Oh my gosh, we're live! Hello, Gemly, with my crazy hair, which I think will have to get braided or put up today. Holy cow, it is storage day. I went and got the storage facility today, so everything is ready. The cool part was I finally found one that they just opened. I'd been looking everywhere. I wanted one that was 24 hours, all right, so you could get access to it any time of day, 24 hours a day, whatever. Sorry guys, everything's a wreck in here. Hi, Charlie. Sarah's actually taking a quick shower. We're gonna get a few things done. I already showered, which is why my hair looks a hot mess, because it's frizzy now. But I'm actually gonna go out here because let her do that. Oh, I can't see anything. Sorry guys. Let me get in here. It's actually kind of dark in the RV because I have all the curtains closed. But you know what? I'm gonna open this up to get airflow. It is super nice today. Definitely not cold here, but ooh, it's hot because we had the heater going. That little heater kicks butt when it's not too cold, but when it's like nighttime, woof, it is not the best for heating. Let me grab my coffee. Oh, it's not coffee, but anyway, so everything's kind of a mess for today right now, but let's see here. We'll just set it like this. Don't want to mess up her thing here. There we go. Hold on. We're gonna actually get a couple things changed up today with the RV. We're gonna look at a few things because one, I'm having a hard time getting up and down off of there. As much as I want to be like, yeah, I'm young, I can do this, I'm having a really difficult time with the up and down up off there. And to top it all off, the fact that I'm really having trouble when it comes to sleeping. It gets so hot up there. If you want to heat the lower half, that gets like a sauna up there. So it is absolutely just horrible at night. I have to open the windows at the top and close these curtains to keep the heat trapped on this side so Sarah can stay warm. But I have to open a window up on the top so that I can cool off. Good thing is these curtains are like blackout curtains with like the weather paneling in them, so it like when you close those, it's like a wall. And so that's a good thing because then it allows me to cool off up there but not mess with the cabin down here. But we're gonna try to figure a better situation out up there, because right now it's extremely difficult for me to sit up there. And of course, as you guys know, I do have a gaming community, and I do game and I stream. Well, I've tried several ways to kind of set myself up there, and I just can't manage it. Like, I just can't. Or I've tried, and it is just way too difficult to set comfortably in any form up there. So I have a couple of ideas. Hi, Yosef. So I have a couple ideas. We're going to go check it out today. One of them is getting a smaller mattress for up there. One being thinner, but also shorter, so it's not the big queen size mattress. Because I don't need all that space. So we can pull it back away from this area so it's not intruding all the way up here. Two, there's going to be like a stool thing that I'm going to get so that I can step up on it, which will allow me to stand up there if I set this up right, where I can stand up on the stool and stream from there. So instead of sitting to stream, I can actually stand up and game and whatnot with my screen and everything that's already mounted, which would be totally fine. But oh my god, that's how hot it is in here. This is like sweating like crazy. The human bean, and they give you beans. They give you human beans. No, I'm just kidding. Those are dark chocolate covered espresso beans. And they're super good. But yeah. So I'm gonna go, when Sarah's done with her shower, I've got everything that I'm taking into storage, like everything's everywhere, by the way. The big items we're going to take today. So I've got the queen bed, which is just the frame right now. Dismantled, every piece, the pieces are all put inside the headboard. So that and the two big bookshelves are the biggest pieces of furniture we are taking over there. So what else did I say I was taking over there? Oh yeah, and then the two TVs. Because the big TV, we're selling that. I'm just getting rid of it. We don't need it. There's no reason for a TV that size. So we're just selling it. So those are pretty much our pieces of furniture that are going over there. The rest of it's going to be the totes. These people at the storage place were amazing. I got to speak with the owner personally. He's the one that drove me around to show me the different size units. I'm not even going to bother them. Whatever. So that's a good thing. So I went and checked all that out. He drove me around, let me see each of the sizes, and I was able to pick the right size for us. And it was really inexpensive, you guys, like super inexpensive. And I went ahead and did a 6-month payment, just paid it 6 months in advance. So, and it was really, really inexpensive. I thought for sure it was going to be way more because they just opened and they were going to be a bit more pricey. Was the absolute opposite. They had a good sale going on for if you paid for a 6-month advance, they took off an entire month on it. Plus they gave you the big, what they call disc lock. And then I actually have another disc lock. So that was a plus because it comes with the ability to lock it twice. So you can put 2 big locks on it. So that was awesome. And they have 16 security cameras there. It's key entry. So like keypad entry and keypad entry and exit. And 24-hour access. So any time of day that I need to get over there, it can be 2 o'clock in the morning if I need to go grab something, or if I think of something that I need to put over there or whatever, I can. And so that was a huge plus. And of course, it's all brand new facility. So everything is in pristine, absolutely new condition. We watched as they built that place. So it went up really fast. So I'm excited. Got it done. I feel good because I'm like, now we can do the next thing. Cool part is I won't need to get a moving truck because I took apart the bed and realized that everything fits in the headboard, inside the queen headboard. So it fits in my car. So I went ahead and that's gone in the car. The bookshelves, they are stacked too, and there's like a middle piece that you screw the 2 pieces together. Cool part was all I had to do was just unstack them and they fit in the car. So the bookshelves and my queen bed and the 2 TVs. My question is, what are you guys going to do about Wi-Fi considering you're in school and Sarah's in as well? I know that T-Mobile or some of these other cellular companies have mobile hotspots. Yes. Well, one, we have our mobile hotspots. However, the place that we're going to be parking up at that we paid for, they have Wi-Fi. So they already have really good internet. They are the top campsite around here. And so when I talked with her, she says, yeah, you pay the fee each month and we'll actually give you the thing that when you hook up outside that you can actually get direct line, which is cool because let me show you what. My RV is equipped. So we are already equipped and gotta love it. Wow, those are loud. Anyway, no, so she asked if we were already pre-set up. And I said, yeah, we're all set up. And she said, very good. So all they're going to do is when we get there, they give you where your pole is, where your power center is and all that. Each spot is already set up, lined into their internet access. So you just take the piece that she gives you and it connects to the box on your pole to your RV. And so we can actually do a direct line in. Yeah, and that was one of my biggest concerns. And then, of course, just as a backup measure with T-Mobile, I picked up a mobile hotspot. So I have a box that it was additional fee on my bill, which I'm totally fine with. And it gave me a very large chunk of hotspot. So That's something I really, really was happy about. So that worked out. But yeah, that was my concern. So the cool part is anything that you use past like what they give you, then you pay the extra fees. If I don't use, let's say I don't use the hotspot, all I pay for is just the price of the box. So my phone already has hotspot and I can use that up. And when I hit my bracket on that, then I can switch over to the other one. But if we're already going to receive Wi-Fi there or internet there, we probably won't even use the hotspot. So you only pay for the cost of the box, which is great. So if we decide we want to go travel or get out of town or whatever, we'll at least have internet with us. So that's good. As long as there's a T-Mobile signal. That's key. But other than that, yeah. And I did test the hotspot out from my phone the other day, and it does work, but it's not the best. So, and I tested it out in here, but I already know that right here, this location where I'm at in town, is not the best for T-Mobile. Like, it's not the strongest signal. We're lucky to get 2 bars right here. And so I knew that it would be on the slower side. So that's something we'll worry about later on down the road. But as of right now, where we're going to be at already has internet hookup. So the big city trucks have been going back and forth all day on this street. Don't know what they're looking at. But yeah, so got a late start today. Did not sleep well last night because I was sweltering hot up there. But yeah, so I'm going to pull all this out here in a little bit. We're going to, not now, but I mean after we get back from the store, because I'm going to go to the store and look at some options. One, we need the stepping stool for me to be able to get up and down off there, so I'm not trying to like practically jump up there. Even stepping on the bed, I'm still too short. And so I'm having a really difficult time getting up and down off of the bed up there. And 2, we need more headspace. I definitely need more headspace up there. I'm so close to the ceiling, even with that mattress. And that right there is just your basic memory foam mattress. So it's like 8 inches. So if I can go to the store and find a 4 to 6 inch mattress, that would be the best bet. And a twin, because I don't need a queen. And so we're going to do that. And then see if we can find something that works up there. And then I need to go to Home Depot and get a piece to put on Sarah's bed down here. That's going to prevent it from sliding forward because it keeps sliding off of the thing up here. And so we need to prevent it from doing that. Yeah, we don't get rain very often. Like, it's so rare. I think we get maybe 3 or 4 rain days a year. And so to get it this time of year was really weird. We don't get rain this time of year. We get, yucky clouds, can't relate. Yeah, we don't get like rain during this time of year. It's just weird. So yeah, all of us were like weirded out, like what is going on? And this is usually right now in the end of February, beginning of March, that bracket, like I have a picture that came up on my memories. Last year, 2 days ago last year, we had snow on the mountains over here. Like it was so cold, it snowed on the mountains up here going towards the Wallapies, which we never see snow on this side. Yeah, I bet, Charlie. Gosh, I hate the thought of flooding. We had so much water here. Like when I stepped out of the RV, I was ankle deep in water because the ground is so hard here because we don't get rain like that. The ground is so solid that the water has nowhere to go. So it doesn't seep into the ground. The ground doesn't absorb it like you would think because it's so dry that the ground would just drink it up, but it doesn't. The ground is like, it's like a solid base. It's like, concrete. And water isn't going to absorb into concrete. It's just going to sit on top of it. And that's what it does. So when it rains here, and it rains like it did with how, like it was torrential. Like you couldn't see anything outside the windows of the RV. It started to hail. And so we had hail just pelting the RV. It was so loud in here. Like so loud inside the RV. Sarah started to get like, oh gosh. Yeah, the ground is not saturated here. Yeah, I bet. Like, yeah, I totally bet. Yeah, and here we already have potholes and stuff anyway because we're what they call like a tourist town, so a lot of big rigs and stuff come through here on Highway 95, and they're heavy, and they come through our main road, our main stretch of road in town, and it just rips our roads up. Some of the back roads, the city just don't even care about some of the back roads. Okay, bee just comes in, swims, flies around for a second, and then leaves. But yeah, so rain like that is terrifying. But yeah, as soon as Sarah's done, we're gonna go grab a couple of things. We need to go to the store. I need to grab that pipe from underneath here. Take the tubing down and need them to give me the correct piece. I've got the second time now that they've given me the wrong piece, and I've brought the tube in for them to see the hose in with the connectors. I don't want the same rubber one. I want the new braided metal ones because they are the new standard. I want it upgraded. I don't want the same plastic. It gets too hot out here for the plastic. The plastic it deteriorates too easily. So I need the new one. We're going to get that. So that means I have to go to Home Depot and buy it myself, like a whole different piece, but that doesn't have to be RV grade. I will, because the one that they keep trying to give me is the exact same one that I already have, and it's the plastic, and the plastic is just not strong enough. The way that it's organized under there, it's not conducive to long term. It would mean I'd have to replace it again very shortly, and I don't want that. And I am having the hardest time right now disconnecting the one that's in the bathroom. So I may have to actually take Barb over to the RV people and have the guy get in here and see if he can't get it broken loose, because I am having a hell of a time popping that loose so that I can put the new one in. I got that piece, the correct piece for that one, but not the one for under the sink. And then I got to go get the pressure, a new pressure piece that goes in between. It's like a pressure valve piece that goes between the city water hose and the RV. So you hook the piece up to the RV, you put the pressure thing in, and then you put the city hose thing in, and it will regulate the pressure so it doesn't blow your hoses in the RV. So there's a lot I'm still learning, you guys. Like, this is all, like, RV living is new to me. Like I said, my only experience ever with living in an RV or being in an RV was when I was in foster care, and I was just 6-7 years old. So I didn't never have to do any of the actual like physical work that goes into the RV. So my gosh, like, you guys, like all this new baby hairs that I've got growing in, like what are all these? I keep seeing them and it's driving me crazy. But yeah, so a lot of things that I'm learning as I go, and it's not always going to be sweet and comfy and whatnot. There's going to be moments like the bed situation. Sarah definitely wouldn't fit up there. Poor girl. Like, there's no way. So I wouldn't ask her to do it. Plus, she is not a fan of being on a bunk at all. So I wouldn't ask her that. And she squirms a lot. So she moves a lot when she sleeps. And her luck, she'd fall off of there. So I wouldn't ask her to do that. So I'm going to figure out a way to do this that's going to be good for us both. I went to go fill up my mop bucket so I could clean the floors, and one of the dials for the water flow broke off. No. I had that happen to me. Where was I at? It was at a workplace. I don't remember what workplace it was. It was forever ago. It was when I was in high school. And I had turned on the valve. So I tried to turn the water off underneath the sink, But because the thing broke on the other side of that, that was what was the water was coming out. So it did no good for stopping the flow of water. And I panicked and kept trying to turn it off. Couldn't figure it out. One of the other guys ran outside and turned off the main water to the business. But it was way funny because I didn't know anything about plumbing, and so I'm trying to turn off the valve, thinking that it would stop it would stench the water flow. But no, because it had broke behind it. So it didn't do any good. But you learn something new every day. So back then I was just like, oh my God, turn it off, turn it off. And I'm trying to turn it off and the water's just spraying. And I'm like, I don't know which way it goes. And I'm trying to turn it both ways. And yeah, I learned after that it doesn't stop the flow of water from both directions. It just stops the flow of water coming to supplying the sink. Whatever's coming behind that isn't going to stop if the break is on the other side of that piece. That sounds like something you would think somebody would already know, but clearly I didn't. By the way, chai tea with soy, iced. Yeah, it was a wake-up call for sure, right? No doubt. But yeah, so few things got to get done today. One of them, we are getting a different heater for in here. Hi, Tiffany. So I'm going to get a better heater for in here. The biggest issue we keep having is the heater that we do have, it's supposed to set on the floor. Dang shower, right? No doubt, Joseph, no doubt. The little heater we have, it's supposed to be sat on the floor, but it's so small, and Danny is such a spaz that it has a thing on it that, it'll shut it off if it gets knocked over, but it never stays standing up because Danny won't leave it alone. She keeps knocking it over, and it's literally this big. Hi, Crepe. So we can't even have the heater down on the floor like it's supposed to be. So it got really, really cold in here last night. And then for Sarah anyway. And so, yeah, we have to figure out a better solution. I found the place that does propane, right? I'm like, yeah, there's the place. They are no longer in operation. So now I have to figure out where we're supposed to go to get propane. I think I can probably go over to the Nevada side. I know they have the big RV park over there. And I think maybe, just maybe, if I'm correct, they had the big propane tank outside. Might be able to get propane there. But I don't know where here in Bullhead you can get propane, to fill up your RV. So I've got to figure this out because I've done research and that was the one place that we knew of in town that did propane. But they're no longer in operation. The big tank isn't even out there anymore. So that's slightly annoying. So I got to go get that taken care of because we're going to need propane to cook and to run the heater. So that's going to be another challenge. But as of right now, so the toilet and stuff works. We know that the sinks work when we don't have a blowing thing of, water coming out the bottom hose in the bathroom. So that's another one. But so today, hoses have to be replaced. We've got to get that done. Get the filter and the pressure regulator. And then a mattress. If we can do a mattress and a step stool, a proper step stool. Not this little tiny one that does nothing for me. So we get those things done today. Should be a little bit more comfortable. We'll have to see. Yeah, I did. And it was super simple. And so I have to go buy some stuff to get today that fills in. When a while back, the RV was in an front end of the unit accident. When that happened, it kind of torqued the body of the RV and opened up some of the seams. Well, after they put everything back together and kind of corrected everything and whatnot, one of those seams never got sealed. And that's the seam that is, if you come to the outside, you can actually see it. There is a seam behind what I call the pantry, and then in between that and the closet. Well, it goes all the way up, right? So there's that wall piece. That's what the water was coming between that that crack and down. So I talked to the guy from the RV store and he told me exactly what to get, and it's like a foam filler. So you just go through and just start at the outside part and then go all the way up and over, and it'll fill that in. And then he said, bring it over there when we do it, because as soon as it dries, then they shave it off, and then they'll seal the top of the RV again, and then seal the side with the panel piece that goes there, because clearly somebody missed it. And then we're getting the new cover today. This time we're doing a metal cover, not a plastic one. Plastic just deteriorates too fast out here. So we're getting the metal cover, painting it white, and then putting it up on top. And that should prevent any more further leaking of the vent, because right now, of course, there's a tarp on top of there, which isn't doing us any good when it blows 90 miles an hour and practically rips the whole thing off there. So, but as soon as Sarah gets out of the shower, she literally takes the longest showers. But as soon as she's done, we're going to get out of here, because I'm already ready. I'm dressed. I've got my shoes sitting right here. My purse is right there. I'm ready to go. Because I've been up for hours waiting for my check and stuff, and it finally hit my account. So that's what we're working on. Oh. Brand new Mercedes SUV caught on fire at a dealership. I know, right? My dad, my biological dad, he owns a mechanic shop, right? Like, he's always worked on vehicles. And the one thing he always told me when I was growing up and I lived with him was, never buy a Mercedes or a BMW. And he said, I'm going to tell you why. Because Mercedes and BMW only can fit custom parts. They only fit the parts made specifically for Mercedes-Benz or for BMW. You can't put a off-brand, off-market part on a BMW or on a Mercedes-Benz. He said, so when they no longer, like when that car hits a certain year, they no longer manufacture parts for that vehicle. So if you have a vehicle and it's an older model, BMW or Mercedes-Benz, you're not going to be able to repair it. You will be forced to purchase another vehicle. So don't buy one of these two cars. And so I've lived by that my entire life. I will never own a BMW and I will never own a Mercedes-Benz. Taylor made the mistake 2 years ago. He was going to buy this BMW from his friend. It was an older model BMW, and it had so many problems. And the funny part was, like I told him, you're not going to be able to find parts for it because they don't make aftermarket parts for a BMW. He looked and he looked. Yeah, it's $220. Yeah, no freaking way. So he looked and looked and looked, and I told him, you're only going to be able to find, if they even have it, you'll be able to find it with a BMW dealership. So he contacted them, and they, like I told him, they don't make that part anymore because that car is considered an obsolete model. They only take care of cars that are like in a 6-year, 7-year gap. Anything past that, they don't make it anymore. And so if your car happens to break down, that part is gone. You're not getting it. Unless you find somebody on eBay with it who's probably shady as hell trying to sell you a part that probably was the broken piece from the one they took out. So just don't buy those two models, vehicle names, just because of the fact that they are such, they are so pricey to keep and maintain. Especially if you are not of the celebrity status, I guess you'd say, or of the wealthy status, you're probably not going to be able to maintain a BMW or a Mercedes-Benz. Just a FYI. So, I mean, we all have to be honest with ourselves and what bracket we fit into, and always hope that we can make ourselves better. But be honest with yourself and know where you sit. Yeah, that would be me then. Right? So yeah, definitely have to take into consideration where you fit financially and what's going to work. Like my car, I have a freaking 2009 Dodge Caliber. I've had her since 2013. Yeah, 2013. Yeah, don't go above your means. I've owned my car since 2013, so I've had my car for 7 years. She's been nothing, and if you guys have followed on the vlogs, she's been nothing but trouble since the day I got that car. That car has been such a headache and always running into issues. Now I got to go take her to, after I have an appointment, so I have to go take her to get her oil changed, which thank goodness is super cheap on her because she's she's 2009, two, she's a little bitty car, so not a problem. But do her oil change today, and then we always, and if you guys have been following, we keep running into the solenoid issues and the sensor switch issues with it. And it's just a continuous problem. I looked it up too. It is a known issue with the Dodge Caliber. And the 2007 to the 2011 bracket window are known to have this issue. And they had a recall on one part. I got that part replaced and haven't had an issue with that piece since. But the other two pieces, I'm constantly running into an issue with. We replaced one of them and ran into an issue with the other one, 2010 Honda Accord, and I love it. But yes, I remember you talking about it. Yeah, my car has been a headache, but she's my car. Like, I own her. She's mine. I don't owe nobody nothing on her. She belongs to me. And so I'm like, yeah. And that's the other thing about this. Like, this here, Barbara's mine. I own Barbara. She is my car, like my house. This is my mobile home. And so to know that I own my car and I own my house, they're mine. I don't owe nobody, no money on them. They belong to me solely. And that's a good feeling to know that I have a house and I have a car. And I have a house that's a car. So the only thing I don't have is a trailer to put my car on to pull with my house. Because I just don't have one yet. I need to get a car dolly. And then we'll be good to go. I can go anywhere after that. Hallelujah. Absolutely. I paid up my car off a while ago. I think I paid my car off 3 years ago. I think 3 years ago. So she's been mine free and clear for 3 years now. So yeah, that was like it's almost been 3 years. Like it's 2020. I paid it off in 2017. And it's like, she's mine. Like, I own her. She's my car. It was such a good feeling when I made that last payment. Like, when I made that final payment on my car, it was like, oh. So it may even be longer than that because I think I paid it off before we left the other house. I don't remember. No, it was when we were here. We were living here when I paid it off. So yeah, it's been like 3 years. Hi, Diana. How are you? Today is storage day. So we got the storage unit. We got access to it 24 hours a day. We're going to start taking stuff over today. After I get a couple things fixed, because we've got to get this stuff done. And yeah, storage day. It's a good feeling to know that it's storage day because that means it's official. We've got the storage unit. We've got everything ready to go. Put that stuff in there, and then whatever's left in the house is literally like, okay, this is going yard sale, this is going in the trash. Because I said, these are the things we're keeping, and that's it. Everything else, goodbye. Because I don't want it all. Like, it's downsizing into this felt so good. I'm not even kidding you guys. It felt so good to downsize into the RV. Now, here's the thing. If it was just me in the RV and Sarah wasn't coming with me, I would have room for the last couple of things that I'm putting in storage. That's not counting the queen bed and stuff. I'm talking like my keyboard. Yeah, so my keyboard, my big photo album thing, because I can't fit that in here. So it's got like a tote that has literally every photograph of myself from when I was a kid to growing up to my kids as newborns to growing up and video footage of them. So I have cassettes of the kids. But those things can't go in here because I have to have room for Sarah's stuff. So if she wasn't living with me right now, no, Tiffany, how would that even happen right now? Obviously she's living here with me. There's no way right now that she could do that. Especially because she just started work-wise and she's got a whole lot more going on, and there's no way she'd be able to do that. And her coworker isn't ready yet either. They have to save up money. She's only been working there maybe a month. And so she has to save the money to afford for the deposit, utility turn-ons, all the utility deposits, all that stuff. There's a lot that goes into getting an apartment. So they want to get an apartment together, but as roommates. But there is other things they have to consider first. So she's going to be with me for a little bit. But yeah, so for right now, because it's the two of us in here, and I'm in no hurry for her to go anywhere, honestly. So to me, I'm A-okay with that. So that's why we got the storage unit. So my hope is that I will be able to find no, that's okay. I'm hoping that we'll find a property. Like, my goal is, this would be my ideal situation. I want to find a property that I can have a garage, like a actual 2-car garage on, right? Be able to park the RV on the property with full hookups. So that way the RV is the living center of my home. And then the garage would be where I would keep any excess stuff that I might need, and a place to park my car to keep it out of the Arizona desert sun and whatnot. That would be my ideal situation. I really, really, really don't need a house. Because I have this. And yeah, it's a tight squeeze, especially if it's myself and the kids or something in here. But for me, this is perfect. So we just have to get a few things fixed in here, and then we're good to go. I was like, what the heck was that? That's a big bird. That's a big bird. But yeah. So I just want to, I'm like, come on, Sarah. I really want to just get things done today. I almost went to the store and stuff before coming back to the house, but I knew she needed something to eat. And so I decided I better come back to the house, and I got here and she was just starting to get herself going. And I was like, I figured you would have been done by the time I got back. She wasn't. Oh, thank you. I saw a property earlier. Big gated property with a big old 2-car garage on it and all the hookups against the wall of the property. And I was like, holy crap, that would be perfect. So I asked the guy across the street if he knew who owned the property. And he's like, yeah, my sister. I was like, oh, and he goes, they're actually gone right now, but they'll be back. And I was like, oh, okay. He's like, yeah, they come here during the off season. So they're here during the summer because they go hunting and fishing and all that. And I was like, they do the opposite then. He's like, yeah. I said, so they're not snowbirds? And he goes, oh, no. No. He goes, they're here for the summertime. They come for all the river run and all the Harley shows and all the stuff. I was like, oh. Because I remember seeing a big fifth wheel on that property before, but it hadn't been there in a while. So I was curious, but and his property is the exact same way on the opposite corner. Big old 2-car garage, fenced in yard, and he's got a big old fifth wheel hooked up out there. So I was like, man, that's my setup. That's my setup. Big old yard for the dogs to just run loose in. RV parked on the lot, hooked up to the garage like unit, so everything's coming in. Park my car in there, you good to go. Set up air conditioning on the garage, make an office in there, and then You want to go somewhere and go travel for a little bit, you just unhook everything, get your RV ready to go, and gone. That would be the way to do it. It just sounds like my kind of deal. Other people are like, you crazy. You crazy. I might be crazy. A little bit. I know I'm a little bit. I mean, let's be real. My hair is like frizzing out, so it's like static clinging to my shirt and my neck. The neighbor's outside sweeping the wet ground. Jen. Hello, how are you today? But yeah, so that's what I want to do. But biggest thing today is going to be get the hoses done. Right? We all got to be a little bit crazy in this world. Just a little bit. So, hoses. So I got to get that done. Hoses, pressure gauge, filter. Doing great. Doing great. Could you get out of my RV, please? Get out. Go. That way. That way. There you go. So, and then go look at the bed options, because that is, like, even when there's no mattress there, I barely can sit up underneath there, like, without having, like, I still have to, like, hunch a bit, but with the mattress there, forget it. There's no sitting up there. I kind of wish they had lowered the bunk unit, because there's so much overhead space in the driver's seat that they could have lowered it down, but they didn't. So the only other option now would be to raise the roof. Literally. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm lacking sleep, but raise the roof would be the way to do that, to give some overhead clearance. And it would only need to be about this much clearance, and it would be perfect. Sorry, that was so stupid, but anyway, my bad. So if we could just get some overhead clearance on this, it wouldn't be so bad. But yeah, having this thing sticking this far out is so it's not good. And I lost a lot of, like, some of the detail that I was going to use with this. So I need to, excuse me, I need to set this up, because it's not working the way I have it right now. So, oh boy. Oh, yep, that's a way to do it. I'm gonna have to get in creative mode with Sarah on Fortnite. Here she comes, Miss America, the Sarah the Beautiful. Here she comes, guys. There she is. This one's mine. This one's yours. I've been drinking mine. There's the baby. Oh, good. I plug it in. Plug it in, plug it in. Okay. Get off. But anyway, guys, we're going to get off here because Sarah is ready to go. I'm ready to go. I'm going to get a few things done. And you guys are awesome. And, of course, we'll show you if we finally get this figured out. Yosef's in here. We've got Jen in here. We've got Jeffrey in here. I thought I saw Chris in here a minute ago. We got Tiffany, Diana. Let's see here. Oh, and Yosef. Yosef was in here too. And Creep. And Charlie.
Well, hi!
So, you guys, we're going to get out of here. We're going to get this stuff done because it needs to get done. And
I would be talented to put my shoes on without having to bend down.
you going to try that? Okay, good luck. Good luck. All right, guys. We'll see you guys later.